Is 2024 like millions of other people? You're thinking about getting into the rideshare space, owning your own business, having your own car. You're drawn to the industry by the flexibility of hours. Certain hours are more profitable than another. You may be working part-time or you may be working full-time. Like me, you might be waiting for Social Security to kick in at 67 or 70 and trying to delay drawing down your retirement savings. You might be doing it because you love the people that you meet every day. You could be doing it to pay down some debts. Whatever the reason you're getting into the rideshare business, one of the first questions you're going to be asked is what kind of car I should drive. We're going to look at three factors. One is the financial factors. I'm going to focus on return on investment. Secondly, we're going to look at non-financial factors. And third, we're going to look at your plan B. All of these will impact the type of car you're driving. Again, this video is geared to those starting out, UberX, LyftX. It's not geared to limo drivers or black car drivers or private fleet owners. Return on investment, the financial criteria. If you look at what is the most economical car, a number of cars that top the list, the Toyota Prius, probably the #1 car, king of all cars in the UberX, LyftX. The industry kind of started out with this car. It's gotten better, 57 miles to the gallon, more leg room. It's a great investment. You can buy it used, very affordable. It's very easy to figure out what typical maintenance costs are. It's the car which all other UberX and LyftX cars are benchmarked against. Two of the other cars that show up are a couple Honda, either the Honda Civic or the Honda Accord or the Honda Accord Hybrid, or another Toyota car, the Toyota Camry Hybrid. So these are 5 cars that you can choose that have been around for a while, particularly the Toyota Prius, the Honda Accord, and the Honda Civic have been around for a long time. There's very good data on their reliability, maintenance costs, fuel costs. Two of the hybrids that have entered the space, the Toyota Camry Hybrid and the Honda Accord Hybrid. If you're interested in a hybrid, these are some of the cars that are most commonly recommended and ones that you should look at. What do I mean by return on investment, and how do you determine what cars meet your criteria from return on investment standpoint? Let's assume that you buy used. You definitely should buy used. There's not enough money in the UberX, LyftX business, and there's enough uncertainty to make going into debt unwise. So let's assume you buy used. You buy it with 50,000 miles. You plan to go for 300,000 miles. What is return on investment? First off, what's investment? Investment is the cost you pay for the car, the money you're putting into the car during the remaining 250,000 miles. How much are you paying for fuel? How much are you paying for electricity if it's a fully electric car? What are you paying for maintenance in terms of tire changes, air filter changes, oil changes? What are you paying for repair costs? If you go with one of the cars that have been around for a while, like a Honda Civic, Honda Accord, Toyota Prius, data is readily available. You can quickly figure out how much am I going to invest and what are the insurance costs over 250,000 miles. That's your investment cost. Your return is what are you making above and beyond it. Let's assume you're paying yourself a salary, you're covering all costs, you want to be profitable at the end of the day. This is not a charity. Even if you're retired like me and you love the people you meet, it's not a charity. You need to be making money. You need to be making a return. Yet, there's more to deciding on a car than return on investment. This is where most videos that I've seen stop, and I think it's a mistake. It's like telling your son or daughter, you need to be an accountant or you need to be an actuary because, hey, that's the top paying job in this particular pretend market. That's not how you decide how you're going to spend your career based solely upon the greatest return. Return on investment is a criteria. You don't invest in a car if it doesn't meet your return on investment. But after you look at a group of cars, all of which exceed your return on investment, other factors determine the actual car you choose. One of the factors is going to be safety. The car I chose is one of the safest cars in crash tests of any sedan out there. Another thing you're going to look at is what kind of driver aids do they have. If you're putting in 50, 60, 70 hours a week, you're going to want all of the assistance that's going to take away some of the chores of driving from you. For example, I'm driving to work at 4:30 in the morning. It's a little dark. My car slams on the brakes. What in the world's going on? Deer in front of me. The car spotted it before I did. Safety devices like that. What's the life worth? The life of you, the life of a passenger. Look at the safety features of the car, not only crash tests, but driving aids. The car I chose will adjust speed limit like many cars, following distance, keep you in the lane. None of that takes the place of safe driving and your responsibility as an owner-operator, but they can assist, and they're invaluable. How comfortable is the car? That's going to vary by driver. I encourage you to test the car, drive it for a while. One of the things that some people question, for example, is the yoke steering wheel I've got in my Tesla. I actually found that the yoke steering wheel eliminated all shoulder pain that I got out after driving 10 to 12 hours with a rounded wheel. The flat handles are actually easier for me to drive with and produce less shoulder pain. Each car is going to be different. Again, I'm not talking luxury, I'm not talking SUV. This is nothing like the high-end BMW I drove, but each driver is going to be different. You're going to want to look at how comfortable the car is. I encourage you to rent it. Number of rental options are available before buying a used car, and making sure it's comfortable for you, making sure it's comfortable for the passengers. And so it's not just return on investment, it's safety features, it's driver's aids, it's comfort. And by driver's aid, I mean technology. Are you alerted to cars to your left or right? I don't have to worry about, a lot of things in my car that are automated. And I find that extremely valuable. Windshield wipers go on, off automatically. Dim switches go on, off automatically. I don't have to worry about braking as much. I let up on the gas and the car starts braking. Now, that may not be you, but for me, I love the ease of driving a Tesla. You may prefer the efficiency of a Prius or a Honda or a Toyota Camry. I'm lucky that I live in a place where I've got an electrical outlet in my garage and I can charge overnight. It's about $2 to charge the Tesla overnight, and I can tap it off in 10 to 15 minutes for $6 to $8, allowing me to get 30 trips in. If you are only using Tesla superchargers, I'm not too sure I would recommend it with the mileage you're doing. Maybe cheaper than gas, but it's nothing like the savings you're going to get in certain states. Florida's got some great electrical costs. Georgia's got some great electrical costs. Other states, less efficient in terms of home energy costs. All these factors should weigh into your decision. Whatever you decide, I hope this gave you some things to think about, both return on investment, safety factors, comfort factors, and the wow factor. That's actually one of the big reasons I drove a Tesla. Is 80-90% of my passengers get in the car and say, wow. They'll spend 5-10 minutes the entire drive talking about the computers, the technology. They love the screen I've got in back. Anyway, I wish you the best. safe driving.